All right, let's just say you've been playing Call of Duty for a while, and then you find out about the release of a brand new product. And then you hear about the things the product can do. And then as you start to play the game more and more, a little bit of time goes by, a week or so since you heard about that, you feel a big shift in the game and the way people are playing. Well, kind of pushed me to do a little research. All right. So bear with me here. All right. Walmart. Let's just start here. Walmart. You can go ahead to Walmart and you can pay I want to say 29 or 39, I can't remember, maybe 29. $29 and you can get yourself this right here. If you can see it properly, it is called the First Strike Dominator pack by Collective Minds. Now, the one that I have personally works with the Xbox One series controllers. The way it works is it kind of just sits on the back, like in line with your battery pack. You push the symbol in and then push down and it locks into place. There's a little tab up at the top which is connected to a small USB. You need to go ahead and plug that into your controller. It does turn your controller into a wired controller, but the cables they give you with this, it's like a 10-foot cable, so I mean anybody sitting in a reasonable distance of their TV or PC monitor, whatever it is, you'll be able to use this. It's not gonna allow you to be wireless and do it. So this is the Dominator. It's two paddles, which are programmable to do a number of different things, from drop shotting to quick scoping to rapid fire, all types of stuff. Now there are other things you could do with the pack too, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Now the step up from that one is this one. It is called the Collective Minds First Strike Eliminator pack. I know it's a little bit difficult to see. Let me go ahead and First Strike Eliminator pack. Now this one actually has 8 buttons that you'll see on the top of it. There are 4, 2 and 2, and then down at the bottom you have 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Now this works the same exact way as the Dominator. Clicks on your controller, sits like right in the back. You want to press on the Collective Minds logo so that way the little tab can slide down into the back of your controller, so it'll sit pretty flush, and then you just slide it down. You'll hear a click and that's it, it's on. Now what that just did is that just turned this controller into a Elite controller. Now I have 4 programmable buttons, which I can set up with X, Y, A, B in any combination I want to. They have this for PlayStation as well, and it works just the same. USB tab, plugs in at the top. So what you could do with this one is the same thing you could do with that one, but this one obviously it just gets a tiny bit better because now instead of having 2 buttons, you have the option of 4 buttons. Now as I said, you can program them to X, Y, A, and B. That was my initial reasoning behind this actual purchase, besides the fact of wanting to test some things out. So anyway, you could do a lot more than just X, Y, A, and B program, mapping buttons with this. It's essentially the same thing as like, an Elite controller with the paddles on the back. Except with this, you can still keep your regular controller, whatever customized controller you have, you use, and you can go ahead and add this pack onto the back of it. Once again, makes it wired, 10-foot cable, not bad. So a lot of people, when you get this, it comes with a very small manual, okay? Not a lot of people even know this. I don't understand why, but it comes with a very small manual which tells you what you can do on the controller to actually go ahead and activate different things, like anti-recoil for weapons. So while you're shooting in Call of Duty, you can essentially turn off the recoil on your weapon. As amongst other things, which we're gonna jump into in just a minute. It's almost like cheating. It really is. It's like soft hacks. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can't get no aimbot or wall hacks or anything like that. But definitely no wall hacks. But aimbot, you can get stuff pretty close to it. We're gonna jump into it right now. So why don't you guys go ahead, grab yourselves a drink, and take a seat, because we're gonna have some fun right now. So, aside from reading the tiny piece of paper, which I do have one, I will show you guys very quickly. All right, yeah. So it doesn't really matter. They're both the same thing. This one's just the Dominator pack. So this is what it comes with. This small piece of paper describing each of the lights on the top of the panel. There are 8 LEDs. First of which you have class 1 and class 2. You can actually set up primary and secondary to do different fire rates, which is actually really cool, because your secondary is usually a pistol. You can set that to rapid fire. Pretty interesting. As we go through, we have white light number 3, which is anti-recoil. When you're using it just out of the box, just like this, it kind of works. Not that great, though, especially on PC. All the testing that I'm going to be doing today is with these Xbox controller mod packs, I guess you'd call them. But I'm doing all this testing on PC. I'm not actually on my Xbox right now. So, white light number 3, you have anti-recoil, and you have multiple options. I'll hold this up pretty close real quickly. You have multiple options for each light in terms of what you would like to do. If you want to aim down sight, if you want to see through the scope, if you want to quick scope, auto run, drop shot, and then you got like double jump, like a bunch of weird stuff you can go ahead and do with this. Now, what gets intense is when you actually plug it into a computer, because if you do a little bit of research, I don't know if it actually says it on the manual, I never bothered to read, but if you do a little bit of research, you'll find out that Collective Minds actually has their own tool, I guess you would call it, to help modify the controller. So, let's open up Mod Central real quick. I'll show you guys. Mod Central. Now, the way you want to get into this is, you don't actually want to plug the USB into your controller. You do not want it plugged in for this. You want to keep it not plugged in, and you just want to plug in the mod pack itself. You can keep it on your controller, just don't plug in the USB into the top. You're just plugging in the mod pack itself with nothing else plugged in. I don't know if I can make that any clearer. Alright. So, now, we'll size this up a little bit, make sure you guys can see it really good. Alright, So now we have the mod central tool open. For me right now, matter of fact, I can actually show you. I have a subscription on this one. There's a so I'm gonna plug in the Dominator, and you're gonna see the difference. Okay, the Dominator is now plugged in. Alright, see the difference? You now have this this no limits panel down here just below the latest news little horn there. Now that's because this Dominator pack does not have a subscription. Yes, I went and subscribed for one of these packs, these paddles. These are individual, like when you go and subscribe to the new mods, the mod central hub, it's $15 for a subscription for the entire year. Now, it does not cover your tool on the PC. It only covers the mod pack that you're plugging in. Something to note in case, you know, you have like a bunch of your friends like go and buy it and you're like, dude, I could program all of it for you. No, you all need your own subscription. So when you have a subscription, obviously you'll see, you know, the clear as day difference. I don't have that big subscribe, you know, mod tool thing down at the bottom. I have this up at the top, which this is the game packs menu. Obviously you have configurations for paddles. You could go ahead and the buttons on the back, like I have mine set to oh wait, we're gonna need something a little different here, because we're gonna open up another. Alright, so we got this. Okay, here we go. So this is what opens up when you hit the remapper, the controller. It'll bring up this this tournament mode mapper, which allows you to map the buttons in the back. You can also disable the rumble. They tell you to do that. It helps ignore the vibrations sent from in-game to the controller, because a lot of people, the way this works is you can use the vibrations from the mod pack to actually read what you're actually, you know, what class you're in, what weapon you're holding, if it's your primary or your secondary. You can tell all that by vibrations. So disabling the game rumble, that means like when a grenade goes off in front of you, it's not gonna shake the crap out of your controller. So like I have mine set to button 1 is B, which is my slide, button 2, which is the bottom button, which I think I hit with my pinky, is Y, that changes weapons. And then when you go to this side, you have reload up at the top and jump down at the bottom. So now we will open the available mod packs menu. Now what this allows is, where do we get it? Can we capture? There we go. Alright. So here is the mod pack menu. I'll make that a little bit bigger as well. So as you can see, I have 4 classes set on it, which one is pretty much just the standard one. There's 8 lights on it, so you can set up 1 through 8. This first one kind of varies what you want. Do you, you know, standard, if you're playing Destiny, I guess there's like Destiny. I really haven't messed with this top one too much. I just left that one default, not even gonna lie. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So these next three, so you've got Call of Duty Warzone, Modern Warfare, and then you have Black Ops. You can load each light to different games, and the game menu is actually pretty extensive. So like, what do we got here? We have, oh, it's horrible. Every time I open a menu or anything, it's just not gonna show up for you guys. Why? Yeah, okay. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Cause you know what I'm saying? I want you guys to be able to see everything. It's kind of like, you know, the whole point of all of it so far. So let me just go ahead, open things up, make sure it is running properly. Okay, that works, right? Now we can go ahead and shut this down, as well as this, and we'll leave the rest for now. Alright, so here's what we got. Hopefully you guys could see everything exactly the way you should. So I'll leave that one alone. Let's start at the top. Apex Legends, Battlefield, Borderlands, Call of Duty Black Ops, Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare Optimized, Warzone, World War II, Dead by Daylight, Destiny 2, bunch of FIFA, Fortnite, Friday the 13th, Forza Horizon, and some games, they have like different packs for different things. So like there's Fortnite Generator, and Fortnite Pro. Some of them will help you heal faster. Some of them are set up to help you build faster. It all depends. I mean, you've like Monster Hunter, Minecraft, NBA, NHL, PUBG, Overwatch, Star Wars Battlefront, Rocket League, you know what I'm saying? Like fly in your car, I'm sure. Like, all right, so you got a bunch of different packs. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably wondering about Modern Warfare or Warzone, because that's what a lot of people are going to be using this for. So we'll jump into the Warzone one, which I have selected the Call of Duty Warzone version 1.7. And because I already have it selected, we'll just open the gear icon right here to tweak the settings. So now, these settings you want to match in-game. So always does this. All right, so we'll leave it for a sec. So as you can see, I have stick sensitivity, match in game set to 7, dead zone set to 7, which I just changed mine to 5 the last time I was playing to see if something wasn't working right. So that it actually didn't matter. It actually still worked. But I would just do what they say and just match it in game. So I'm gonna just go ahead and change mine back real quick. Okay. So, dead zone, sensitivity, response, curve, linear, dynamic, standard. Just leave it standard unless you use one of the other two. Global mods, a lot of people wonder about all these letters. All these letters are just abbreviations of these right here. So, like, I run number 5, which is hair triggers and turbo melee. Hair trigger is it's essentially a speed trigger for like your pistol or anything like that, but it's just for any gun. The quicker and shorter taps on the trigger allow you to shoot faster. Turbo melee is like exactly like it sounds, like you're gonna beat the shit out of people 10 times faster than what they're gonna do it to you. Shake to reload. This only works if you have like PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. I don't know which one has like the shake feature, but yeah, there's that. And then you have slide cancel, which turning these on means they're on all the time. All the time. So when you turn them on for this class, like shake to reload. Now, you could probably still press the button and shake to reload, but slide cancel, for instance, I noticed when you turn that on and then you go to play with it, every time I would run, if I walked forward, I could walk fine. But as soon as I clicked the analog stick to run, my person would take like 2 steps and then automatically slide and then cancel. So it kind of works out, but you couldn't control it either. You can't just run. So there's certain things you got to be careful about what you do. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's all trial and error. You can go through, do whatever you want. But I'll just give you, my rundown, what I'm doing right now. Aim assist. Everybody's wondering about this one. Before that, we'll get to anti-recoil. I've tried to set this up. I don't think quick edit works for the Xbox packs on PC. I don't know why. Weapon AI does work, but for whatever reason, I can't get quick edit to work. Aim assist intensity. Now, everybody thinks like, oh yeah, crank that up. That's good, right? Not necessarily. The higher you go, the stronger it gets to the point where it starts to fight you. As default, I believe they leave it at a 15. You can kind of play with it, but I wouldn't really go below 10 or above 20. I've tried it at numerous numbers. I've tried like everything you can. Drift correction and degree and strength are 2 different things. Drift correction is when you all right. Let me tell you how to do this essentially, because I don't want to have to go through showing everybody. It's too difficult to show you with the controller. Like, I mean, well, yeah, we do have the controller set up on screen. It's such a pain. All right, so aim assist intensity is essentially the way your controller will kind of help aim for you. Now, the best way to describe this is, some people see sticky aim. It's not really aimbot. Like aimbot does not work for these mod packs. It doesn't happen like that. You're not going to click the left trigger and have it totally lock on to a person that's over there. What it essentially does is it locks on to a position of your weapon when you're aiming down the sight. Essentially, when you first aim down sight as well, it doesn't work super great when you're constantly aiming down sight. It doesn't seem to track right. But when you initially aim down sight, if you're aiming at the target, let's say a person on a rooftop, if you aim anywhere from 5 to 10 feet within him, what will happen is it will lock your gun in that positional space. We'll call it a positional space, okay? We'll call it like a good 30-foot span. It's going to lock your weapon and keep it, I'm going to call it the fun zone. And it's going to keep it in the fun zone. Now, at the same time it does that, it tracks the enemy that it, the movement close by that it locked onto in that area. Now, as I said, it's not going to snap to a person. It's not even going to really move towards them at all. what is going to happen is it's going to move in the same way that they move. So let's say when you lock on, you're 5 feet away. You know, when you aim down sight, you're 5 feet away, and the person's standing right here. You have that 30-foot, you know, that fun zone. If this person jumps, your aiming will track with them. Now, it's not going to track for you and lock on. It's going to track with their position. So it's going to move with them generally. If they jump, it will kind of move with the... It's tough to explain, but you can sit there and play with the intensity, go up and down with it as you see fit. A lot of people say keep aim assist correction of strength and degree all the way at 0, and then just slowly bump up intensity, number by number by number by number. And when you get to a point where your screen starts to shake, you're getting like to the edge of where it's a little bit too high. Then I would either bring it down a number. I'd probably bring it down 2 numbers, test it out, and then push it up 2 numbers past what you initially stopped at. So if you stopped, let's say for me, I stopped at 16 and it started to get a little wiggly, a little wonky. Each weapon's different, mind you, because aim assist intensity is just global for all the weapons that you're using. So, you know, if you're using a Mac 10 with iron sights, it's going to give you a different assist than it will looking through a scope of a Car 98. So let's just say, for instance, I stopped at 16. You know, my sights started to move, started to jitter a little bit. I would go down to 14 and try it out, see if it's a little bit better, a little bit worse, and then I went up to 18, seeing if it was a little bit better, a little bit worse. I went up to 18. It still kind of seemed the same. Once I went up to 19, it got really bad. And depending on what you're actually doing at the time can also change it as well. Not particularly for these mod configurator packs, but more for the packs and the scripts that we'll be getting into in a little bit. So much to talk about. I really hope you guys appreciate this. Don't forget to freaking like this shit if this helps you guys out in any way. Alright, so now once you figure out a good value for your aim assist and it's not moving so much, you can play with the correction degree and the correction strength a little bit to kind of see if you could find that really sweet spot. But I wouldn't mess with them too much. I would just try to find a good value for the aim assist intensity without having a bunch of movement and space and stuff like that going on. Alright, now profile switch mode. A lot of people just don't get this, but do you want it to switch manually? Do you want to press a button on your controller like left bumper and then press a different button like up on the D-pad or Y to switch the profile for your weapon? Or do you want it to automatically switch with the button that you use to switch weapons? That's what I want. Every time I switch weapons, I want it to go from profile 1 to profile 2 or profile 2 to profile 1 automatically with one press of a button. I don't want to press it twice. I don't want to press a different button and that button. I just want one. It's nice and simple that way. Weapon profile features, I would just disable all these. Fast reload, it means when you press reload, your person will start to reload and then it will cancel. So essentially, if somebody tries to like run up on you and creep up on you and you start to reload, you can let go of it and he'll cancel it right away. It's good, but then when you need to reload in a hurry and you haven't used it much, it kind of comes in shitty when you press it one time and you're expecting it to reload and it doesn't. Auto hold breath, that's when you're using a sniper. As soon as you aim down scope, it will start to hold his breath automatically. I disable all of them. Primary. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Regular. I'm going to start to go through this a little bit quicker so I can actually get into the other pack as well and try to get a good coverage of all this stuff. Alright, so primary, leave it regular fire. Anti-recoil, leave it default 100. Aim assist, do not use aim assist plus. or I mean, you could try to use those. They just don't work. Aim assist, primary mod fire. Do you want, you know, do you want your gun to do anything special when you go to, you know, aim down sight or do whatever? Do you want it to ping people? Do you want to move side to side? Do you want your character to jump up and down, which makes you harder to hit? You can put on a fire mod, and that's what it will do. All right, now class 2, regular fire. Once again, a lot of I tell a lot of people, if you're gonna run this and you don't really care, just put this as like rapid fire, because most of the time you're starting off with a pistol, or you have a pistol as a secondary. That will give you like full auto, like ta 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 with your pistol, and it kind of helps out. Aim assist, I disable. The paddles, I do not have modded buttons for. All of these you can run a different mod on each button. So if I didn't want just X, Y, A, or B, I could set it up so, you know, easy armor. I could press my back B button and it would automatically put on all my plates, you know, or it would quick scope somebody, or that could be my rapid fire button, whatever the case may be. Custom loadouts, set them up the way you set up your custom loadouts. A lot of people are upset too. They're like, oh, you can only do 5. Yeah, you can only do 5 on one pack. If you want all 10 of your classes, that's simple. Set up 2 of these as the same. So set up a war zone and then set up another war zone. In this first one, like the one I'm in right now, set up your first 5 classes of guns. So for mine, I believe it's like my Car 98 and I believe it's my Car 98 and my MP5. I changed it, so I need to go and change it right now. So instead of my FFAR, I'm going to go down to let's see. And there is pretty much every gun, every weapon in here. MP5. And they also have the Cold War weapons as well, so when you get down to SMGs, there should be the MP5 CW, that's Cold War. MP5 regular, that's Warzone. So you set that. Now the MP5 does not have that much recoil. I know that personally because I've tested it. I set mine up and it came out to be about 110 good for recoil. MP5 does have a little bit of recoil, but not bad. So I'm just going to customize that myself. I'll put it at a 102. Could probably leave it default at 100, but it doesn't really matter. Car 98, my second class is my Kilo with a Car 98. Third class, some of these weapons you're going to need to check. Like if you're using the AS Val, you're probably using extended mags. Click extended mags one. The AN94, if you're using extended mags, click extended mags. I'm using the AMAX here with extended mags, so I have AMAX extended mags. I have 107 set as a value, and that's pretty much set up perfectly to not even need a front grip. I'll show you guys that soon. We have the Pellington as the secondary, which is not... I haven't used the Eliminator pack that much recently. I've been trying to use the Zen so I could kind of figure out what was up with that one. Mac 10, regular fire, don't matter. Just leave it default at 100 recoil and it will kind of cover pretty much any weapon that you pick up. Car 98, regular fire. Here's what you want to do. You want to hit save configuration. Okay. Now you want to hit save slots to device. Alright, so 4 game packs flashed. What is that? 86,320 bytes written. Flash used 66%, so that's a little bit more than half. Alrighty. That's all set. You can go ahead and unplug it now. We'll go ahead, unplug it. I will plug in the small USB at the top of the controller. and then I'll plug in the controller itself. Now you guys should be able to see it on screen moving, hopefully. Now that I have it plugged into a controller, Mod Central is actually not gonna work. It's not gonna really do anything. Come on now. Come on now. Alright. Hi, I'm back. So, I hope you guys retained a little bit of information so far. I'm really, like, trying to get through this as fast as possible and give you guys, like, the full rundown, but there's a lot to cover. Alrighty, so those were the mod packs, the available mods for this. I'll show you real quick how to use the controller, how to go through them, as well as set up the button mapping, because it's super easy. Alright, so give me a little bit of space here. Hope you guys appreciate this. I am literally killing my whole night just to do this. So, you've got the white eyes on the back of the controller. Now, to turn on or off the regular mods just on the controller, the way you would do that is you would tap the top one on each side, but you're going to hold, well, it's going to look like, you know, it's going to look like your right, but it's my left when I'm looking at the controller. So you're going to hold the left side and you're going to tap the right, and you're going to see the eyes turn green now. See? Back to white to green. So now, as you can see, there is one light up top. That is anti-recoil. That's pretty much the only one I set up on the controller. The way to go through them is fairly simple. As soon as you have that mod on, as soon as you turned it green, all you would do is hold left. Oh yeah, I forgot. You could see the freaking controller. Hold left on the analog stick, and then okay, you can hear it vibrating. Every time I press the see, now I have just one light at the very top of the controller. Every time I press A or X, it's not showing up because it's registering the mod. Every time I press A or X, it will change to a different mod, and I can change each one of those mods. See how when I get to mod 3 it vibrates? That's because it's set to number 1, which is anti-recoil, and as I said, it doesn't really work that great anyway. So to turn the mods on or off, as I said, X and A for me passes 2 different mods, and then to turn them on or off, Y is 1 press, and you'll hear it. That will turn the mod on. To go to the second mod in that class, you would press Y again. Now you get 2. To turn the mod off, you would press B, back to 1, and then B again. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Now, that is just the mods on the controller. To turn the mods on from Mod Central, which we just looked at, which we just went through, you know, you've seen the first one was the First Strike, regular pack, whatever. Then number 1, I had Warzone. 2 was Modern Warfare. 3, I think, was like Black Ops or something like that. To pass through those mods is actually the top left button again. You want to hold it, and as you can see, the eyes are white. I'm not like in a mod or anything like that. So I'm going to hold the top left one, and then I'm going to press the top button of the actual buttons. And you could see it will pass through different lights, 1, 2, and 3, indicating which mod I want to use. Obviously, Warzone is number 1, so I would go to light number 1, just like that. And as soon as I let it go, that's it. It's on. So now I have, you know, we'll just go ahead. We'll start something up real quick. We don't need. Can I do a private? Can we do a private? Oh wait, no. do co-op. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like getting all crazy on people real quick. Make sure you set the controller if you use a controller. And I'm gonna mute everybody. So now I have mod 1 on. You know what? That's silly. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna jump in a plunder because I kind of want to use my own classes to really kind of like show, you know, what this can do. So as I said, you know, I'm trying to speed this up, but it takes forever. If you think this is like a 10-minute process, you're so wrong. Oh man. I got a cousin that I started telling her about some of this shit as soon as I started testing it, and she was just blown out the dust. She's like, yeah, I gotta go get one. She plays PlayStation. She left and she went and bought one like that day, and now she's like, oh, you gotta set it up for me. I'm like, yeah, you gotta pay for your own subscription, $15 for the year. Do it up. So I'm gonna essentially just slam on a gun. I'm pretty sure I can edit in here too. So I'm going to edit and make like the dumbest, most stupid gun that should have crazy recoil. And then I'm going to just turn the mod on and just turn all the recoil off. Ooh, look at that. We've got 2 perfect guns right here. We're going to try to push over to a building. Tell me somebody's following me. I would love it. I don't know how I made it all the way over here. That seemed crazy. Alright, so first things first. Straight up, turning the mods off. Let's see. And we don't have time. But I drew a nice V for you guys. Alright, so now I'm going to drop back in. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the mod on. Then I'm going to shoot a wall. Why not? Right? We're just going to shoot it real quick. Just do a little testing, a little testy test. Don't really matter. We're not in it to win it this game. What do I got, a scarecrow on my team? Sticky. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride this one a little bit. Not that I wouldn't mind, you know, hooking up with my team and stuff, but I'm kind of gonna push out a distance. That way I can do my testing properly. We need some targets though. Alright. Let's take a look. Eye in the sky. Now, mind you, I don't even have the mods on yet. I'm plugged into PC. I don't have anything on yet. And the button mapping still works for this. So, that's a good thing, right? That's a plus plus. Alright, so let's go ahead. No mod. Let's test it out. We'll use the AMAX. Not horrible, but not great. Now this is with no grip. I'll go ahead, turn on my pack. And then what we'll do is we'll select loadout number 1. And how you do that is you want to hold the left trigger. That's He literally just ran right by me. I felt the controller pull as well too. Just a little bit. I can't believe he just walked right by me. Didn't even notice. Alright, so now mod on. Let's go ahead, aim at the same wall. Ah, you wanna know the problem right now? I think he wasn't actually too happy about that. I mean, since I'm just standing here, right? Might as well do something. All right, so now we have. Okay, the way you want to select it actually is, you want to select it by holding select and pressing the left trigger. Usually when you are in front of your loadout, here's what happens. You could do it in here and it'll still kind of work because you're hovering over your loadout. So I'm gonna go to the top loadout. Now this would work as if I'm in my first class. If I want 1 through 5, this works. I'm gonna hold select, I'm gonna hit the left trigger. I'm gonna feel vibration on my controller. It's a constant vibration. So now I'm gonna go to class number 3, which I know I have my AMAX set up for. I'm gonna click that. Now that I'm set to class 3, it knows what gun I have, and I have extra recoil set up. Which even then I could still go a little bit more. It's because I actually just changed like my rear grip as well. But as I said, working with this pack is not the greatest when you could really like obviously you could see I'm not pulling down on the stick in any way. You know what I'm saying? Like it is just the way it is. But now I'm gonna go ahead and try to find somebody just to aim at real quick. That way we could see this aim assist. Okay, you see that little shake? See that small shake right there? See how the crosshair's moving? Alright, so that is the correction drift. Am I shooting over him? There's no way I'm shooting him. Alright, so as I said, I mean, it's really not that great when you're just using this. Like, it doesn't stick the way people think. It's not aimbot. It doesn't lock on to anybody. I guess in, like, you know, close range quarters, it might pick up a little bit better. But that's also no guarantee. But yeah, you see that little shake, that little vibration? That means I'm like right at the top of what I can be at for the aim assist before it actually starts to fight me. And even then, I should technically lower it one number, but that's the problem with the controller mount. You can't do anything while you're in the game. You'd have to physically unplug it, plug it just into the mod central, and then go ahead and, you know, change or configure whatever you wanted to.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. Be advised,
And my teammate just pushed the roof. All I see is a body. Cash flying. Come on now, I just need a little something to aim at. That way I can showcase this last piece of aim assist. Did you see that small little drag? Even then, with a regular iron sight, you could still kind of see it. Once it gets too high, it kind of starts to fight you. There we go.
Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy movement. Enemy soldier incoming.
Oh, nice. Nobody got that, though? Looks like our teammate left the game, too. So, that was this amazing device, which I won't lie, it's not bad, but it's not great. Couple things about it: you always need to make sure it's updated. All the firmware, everything, always updated.
Waypoint marked. Location marked. Let's move. Enemy UAV overhead.
Let's see it. Alright. Now that that's over, let's go ahead. Let's get into the real good stuff. Man, people get pretty upset sometimes, bro. People get pretty rude sometimes. I feel like I should mute all of this, but I don't think I have the volume too loud anyway. It's just getting weird now. Alright. So I'm going to show you one more thing before I actually go ahead. Alright, we'll do orientation. as this starts up. I'll be back in one moment.
Welcome to Warzone training. In Warzone, every operator is equipped with an armored vest. Grab an armor plate from the table. Pick up the armor. Grab some armor plates. Are you daft? Armor plates. Pick them up. Apply the armor into your vest. Good work.
This is not what I wanted. What? Did it? No. Did it really?
Welcome to Warzone training. In
Ah,
Warzone, every
okay,
operator is equipped
whatever,
with an
let's
armored
go.
vest. Apply the armor into your vest. Good work. Proceed to the next area. Hit all the targets. Proper job, well done. Switch to your primary weapon. Mount your weapon on a piece of cover. Now hit the target swap. Target as armor. Listen for the sound of the armor breaking. You hear that? That means
Okay.
the armor's gone. Mounting stabilizes your weapon. It's good for mid to long distance engagements. Proper job, well done. One of the best tools you have available is the TAC map. Spot on. On the TAC map, you'll find optional missions known as contracts. Complete contracts to earn rewards for your team.
Come on.
Find and accept the contract.
Alright. Here's something cool. Let me show you this. Ready? All fixed.
Locate the tablet with the contract. Supply box identified. Marking location now. Proceed to
Now.
the next area.
Watch this. Doesn't move.
This contract's objective is to open 3 supply boxes. Accepting the contract has marked supply on the map for you. Nice.
Notice how it don't move now? Like,
Contract
at
updated.
all?
New objective identified. Take any loot you
Yeah,
want.
look.
Otherwise, I've got to clean this
Let's
mess
try
up
this one
myself.
out. Okay, not bad. About a 2-foot spray pattern. We're gonna move about the same 10 feet away. Maybe even a little bit further. Now I'm gonna hold select and just hit the trigger. See the gun doing a reload? Fired by itself. Now, the last 20 bullets always raise up, but look how much of a laser beam that was compared to the first time. I can even go ahead and try it again. It reset and it already told me that's the best value that it can figure out how to run.
Notice supply boxes making a click sound when you're close. Nice. Your loot finding skills are remarkable. Proceed to the next area. Loot
Okay.
and cash are not inside buildings.
Laser beam, laser beam, laser
See what you
beam.
can find. Good.
Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it with your loadout. You'd go up to your loadout. You would hold X, just like normal. Now that this screen is open, I would quickly make sure I'm at loadout number 1, in line with loadout number 1 you want, in the class that you want. So I'm in Warzone, Pack 1. If I wanted guns 6 through 10, I would click Warzone Pack 2. And I would set up guns 6 through 10. But let's just stick to normal one, you know. Pack 1, run up to loadout, hold select, hit the left trigger. I can feel the controller constantly vibrating. Now it knows if this was set up properly, this should be like my AMAX, my kilo. If you take too long and you still feel the controller vibrating, just hit B, it'll cancel it. Open loadout again. I'm going to, I don't think I have any set up. Okay, here's my kilo. So I'm going to trick it. I'm going to tell it that this is class 1. Got to do it again. Got to be quick. So I'm going to trick it. I'm going to tell it this is class 1 right here. And this is class 2 with my kilo. So without doing any weapon synchronization, I should have pretty close to nearly perfect recoil on this kilo. You notice how there's no grip on this? Let's push back. I mean, did that just not make like a laser beam of a weapon? Did it not? Now, if you're... Alright, so there is ways that it can desynchronize. The best way to explain it is if you're running, let's say you're running with your primary, boom, you go to shoot, you die. Or, you know, you go to shoot, you you're empty. So you switch to your secondary. You go to fight him. You die. Now it's registered as you're still in your secondary. But as soon as you go into Gulag, technically you'd be in your primary. So it kind of depends on if you have like different recoils set up for different weapons, which one you might think be more crucial to what you're about to pick up for a weapon or get into a gunfight. But there's also a different way you could do it. You can hold select real quick and then tap Y. And if you heard the controller vibrate, it vibrated one time. I'll do it again. Okay. Now I'm going to hold select and I'm going to tap B. Should have heard 2 taps on that. So I just let it know that the gun I'm holding is secondary. If I want to select it as my primary, once again I would hold select, tap Y. 1 beep, primary. Once I switch weapons, I'll feel 2 rumbles. That tells me I got my secondary out. That's about as far as I'm going to get into it with this.
Activate the loadout drop.
I still gotta... Did I throw it outside of the map? That'd be super funny. Alright.
Loadout drops allow you to select a full
So let's see. Craig, what would a good gun compare to a Craig? Maybe just the kilo. So we'll stick to tricking this, thinking that it's a kilo. We'll see what happens. See a little twitch? See a twitch? But let's see. Not bad. Only a 3-foot spread for what, like a 45 round mag? Was that what that was? 30?
Okay, Kruger, hit the deck. When your teammates are down, you can revive
60. That's what I thought.
Approach your teammate and revive them.
Alright. Did I not?
Moving. Copy. Well done, mate. Moving. You can also ping hostile areas. Enemies in the area. Moving. Ping the targets as hostile. Enemies in the area. 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 For your team. Spot on.
Yeah, let's test out Turbo Melee. What you say to me, son? What you say?
Nicely done.
I'll beat up all your friends.
Drop in something for your teammate.
Oh, by the way, I'm just holding it. I'm not clicking it, you know. I'm just one click. I'm not personally spamming it like.
Drop some ammo for your team.
No. How am I supposed to drop ammo? I don't have no ammo to drop, bro.
This is called teamwork.
Hey, you can have the shotgun cells. I don't want those.
Shotgun shells here. Nicely done.
I took them back anyway.
Next job's waiting.
Alright. So that's about it. I don't want to finish this. I have a problem with seeing things through and committing, you know, so I'm just gonna quit right here at the end. Man, it's already lit. I did click quit, right? Leave? Yeah? Yeah? Alright. Man, it's already late. Losing all my time today. Hope you guys are enjoying this, finding it informational. Next up, we're going to frickin' Zen Studio. If you don't know what that is, it's probably good you don't. Who's on anyway? Tony, Kyle, C-Boy. I gotta go have a cigarette before I hit this next segment. I hope that you guys don't mind. By the way, feel free to ask any questions, anything like that. You know, as we're going along here. As well as any questions or comments you guys have. You know, if I can help out, I will help out. If I know the answer to it, or I believe I can steer you in the right direction, I'll definitely try to do so. You know, leave a comment, leave a question down below, whatever. I'll try to help you guys out as much as I can. I'm not an expert in this. I've had 2 of these devices for the past like month and a half, maybe almost 2 months, testing out both of them. And the third one is the Cronus Zen. I picked up about 4 days ago, and it kind of took a little bit of like getting used to, a little bit of figuring out with it. It's pretty intense to get into, but in my opinion, it's tough to say, but it's like easy, user friendly, as well as you ever need a pocket knife, and like, you know, you just need a knife, but then you buy like, you know, that Leatherman that has like the scissors and the screwdrivers and all that stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, well, I just need the knife all the time. But it's like, I have all that other stuff. I have all those options, you know? That's like what this next step is with the Cronus Zen and Zen Studio. It really kind of opens up even more options to get into, which you can get kind of lost in. But at the same time, you can capitalize and really take advantage of it. As I said at the beginning of the video, none of these are hacks. These are not hacks. This is not aimbot. This is not wall hacks. You're not going to see through walls with the little freaking mod you put on your controller, as far as I know. But they're kind of just like, you know, they're like one-ups, you know. I mean, shit. I've realized since these come out how many people like you're just gonna tell me they came out with a new product now everybody has perfect aim? No, it's more than likely a good chunk of the population out there. I was actually at Walmart a couple days ago, and this kid, he was on the phone with like his boy, and he's like talking about Madden and not Madden, something else, and he had like a headset and he had like some sports game. It was like, yo, bro, this is all I need, right? I was like standing near him. I'm like, yo, dude, you should try one of those. And I pointed to the mod pack. I was like, bro, you can do mad shit with that. Even with like, you know, I think it was like a football game or something. I was like, even with a sports game like that, you could do a lot. He's like, oh, I know, bro. I already got one. He's like, I just needed a new headset. I was like, oh, that's what's up. So, I mean, a lot of people are running them. A lot of people have them. Even if you don't believe it, if you don't believe what they say, whatever the case may be, it's more than likely. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to put on a timer. I'm going to run myself a short break and get back into this, I guess. I really shouldn't. I should just go on and go play so that way I have some time. Because I feel like the Cronus Zen's going to be like a whole nother wicked long process to go through. I mean, I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys hit me up in the videos and in the comments and stuff like that, and you're like, oh yeah, you talk for like an hour and a half. It's like, yo, you know what? If you don't like the advice I'm giving you, or if you don't like my opinion, yo, you're more than welcome to go ahead and leave. I'm trying to be informational for everybody here, because just because you understand something very easily and you get it right off the bat, that doesn't mean it works the same for everybody else. I've had to explain things to some people 4 or 5 times that I could barely finish the sentence for somebody else, and they're like, oh, dude, I never even thought of that. I'm going to go do it. When somebody else, it's like, you know, 4 or 5 times I've already explained it, and then it's like I'm giving them the walkthrough. I'm like almost doing it for them. And yeah, like everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody learns different. Everybody picks things up differently. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, go easy on me. You know, no reason to like burn me or roast me in the comments or anything like that, because I'm talking a lot about it. I'm trying to be as informational as possible about it. I really don't want to go ahead and make like 5 videos about the subject. I know it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of bullcrap. In the end, I am planning on going through and trying to, like, you know, label things as they go, try to put like stream markers in, and you know, table of contents to try to cut back on the time to save you guys a way to figure it out. But I would more than appreciate it if you guys could just make it through all of this, because I'm giving you pretty much all the information I have and I understand about both these subjects, which are the mod packs and the Cronus Zen. And the Cronus Zen I've only had for about 4 days, but I feel as though I know more about it than other people that have had it for months. And I'm pretty sure I do. So if you guys want some information about that, be sure to stick around, like, follow, and subscribe. I'm going to throw a timer on, and I will be back in 10 minutes. I deserve a break after that. I need a drink as well. Why can't I get this open? It's gonna keep closing out on me? Okay. Alright, so I'm back. Alright, so this next bit. Where to begin? Where to begin? Well, I guess first things first. Let's go ahead, plug in the Cronus, and get a view on that. So, alright, to pull up the actual settings, I'm gonna have to change mics super quick. Alright, so I hope you guys can still hear me okay, and I hope everything is alright with the audio, because we need to unplug one of those. Now, here is, let's go ahead, open this up. Alright, so here is the Cronus. Now, as you can see, I only have the back cable plugged into it right now. That's all you need on it to run it on PC. Now, to do the programming on it, you need to go ahead and download something called Zen Studio. And obviously, once you download it, looks like this. And the way that works is you actually have to have the USB plugged into the right side of the device as well as the left side of the device, and you need to have both USBs plugged into the PC if you want to use it with PC. If you want to just do the programming, you don't have to run both USB cords. You could run just the one on the right side. So let's go ahead, open this up. Alright, so now as you guys can see, as soon as it's fully plugged in and running, we have device connected. Should be, I just want to make sure you guys can see. Okay, you can't see the cursor. Alright, sounds good, sounds good. We're on the right page here. Let me go ahead and answer a quick question. I have a feeling somebody's going to ask. Which one is better? Which one do I prefer? That really comes down to a quick... Like it comes down to a feeling about it. Because I went two different ways with it. For one, I kind of like the mod pack on the controller better than I like the Zen. Only for a couple reasons. Like it takes a little bit of the guesswork out, where the Zen doesn't give you like all of the controller vibrations all the time because it has a digital screen on it. It won't give you the controller vibration outputs to really let you know that, you know, you're on the right settings. Excuse me. So, a lot of people when they first get this, they just know, go to the programming tab. Over in the programming tab, you go to Zen, you have Cronus Max and, you know, other stuff you could, you know, go through, GPC scripts, but we'll get to that in a second. So you want to start off in the Zen packs, and what you want to do is you want to go through and look for whatever games you want to play and whatever packs you want to download. So for Call of Duty, for instance, we have Black Ops Cold War Pro, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 4, Cold War Season 1, Cold War Zombie Season 1, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Season 6, World War II, Warzone Pro, and Warzone Season 1. There are a lot of other games. It's kind of the same exact list that goes through the Eliminator and the Dominator pack through the Mod Pass, because the Mod Pass team is the ones that release a lot of these packs. So these are pretty straightforward and simple. I'll show you real quick. If I had a recommendation, which ones to use, I would say mods for beginners. Try that one. All you gotta do is click it and drag it into the slot, and I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to replace any of these slots. As you can see, they all say new. We'll get to that in 1 second. But either mods for beginners, you can add that. If you want Fortnite, add that, whatever. Warzone, obviously, if you're going to be playing Warzone, add Warzone. So click this one. As soon as you click it, you'll actually get all these videos down bottom that will pop up that will show you exactly how to set up and go through all the settings and stuff like that. Weapon selector, global mods, anti-recoil, aim assist, like all that good stuff. One thing I noticed that's kind of a difference between this and the Eliminator pack, which I'm not too sure, I can't be 100% on, but I'm pretty sure there's no weapon AI in the Zen pack right here, when there is weapon AI in the Eliminator pack, which means you can hold select and press the trigger real quick. Your gun will fire 2 rounds, reload, fire 2 more rounds, and it's calibrated. It knows the exact amount of anti-recoil it needs to add in as a value to hold your gun perfectly steady. So when you click one of these and you drag them down, I'll show you what will happen. It will open up this menu right here. Now this menu, you want to go ahead and the things that say match in-game layout, you want to make sure you match to, you know, the in-game layout. So like, I'll open it up so you guys can see in the background. We'll drag this down a little bit. Should be fine over here. Don't need to see all of me. So we will go ahead, go to our controller settings. As you can see, dead zone 0.7, sensitivity 7, leave that as 1 standard, so on and so forth. Aim assist standard. I feel as though changing this might have an effect, but I'm not 100% sure on that quite yet. So that's for you to decide. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back into the compiler. So you'll go ahead, you'll set your vertical and horizontal in-game sensitivity as well as your dead zone. If you run linear or dynamic, obviously set it to that. If not, just leave it as standard. Global mods. If you don't know, I run number 5, which is hair triggers and turbo melee. That's essentially your trigger is it's not like a full automatic. It's not a rapid fire mod. It's just the quicker you pull the trigger, it's like a dead zone for the trigger. So it's like a hair that you have to pull it. The faster you pull it, you can get nice rapid fire. Turbo melee is I could just hold my analog stick because I run default. I could just hold my analog stick and my guy will punch and swing as fast as possible. All these abbreviations are for these right here. Obviously, that's why the abbreviations are right there. Shake to reload only works with PS4 or 5 controllers, I believe. And slide cancel, you can use if you want to. I don't recommend it. Every time you go to run, your person will automatically slide and then cancel. It's nice, but it doesn't work out that great because if you want to just run, you really can't. It takes over. Anti-recoil quick edit. This works on the Xbox. I won't lie, this is pretty much the only thing I cannot get to work on the PC. And it just doesn't work on PC. I don't know why, but on Xbox it does work. For whatever reason. When you're in game, you can actually go ahead and personally adjust the anti-recoil. Really, you don't need to do that though. As I said, whatever gun you're holding when you're in the game, if you're running the Eliminator mod pack, and you're running the Warzone pack, all you got to do is hold select and then hit the trigger for a second, and your gun will fire 2 rounds, reload, fire 2 more rounds, and that's it. It's already calibrated. That doesn't work on PC with the Eliminator pack. I don't know why. And it's on here for the Zen, but I still feel as though it doesn't work. And there is an ability I'll show you in just a second. I hope you guys can actually see this menu. You guys can't even see this damn menu once again. All right, let's open it up. Okay. I guess I just gotta keep that open for now, so. Here we go. This is the menu I was hoping you guys were able to see at the time, but I guess you just couldn't. So, default, I gotta go through it again. Default, stick sensitivity match in-game, vertical and horizontal. I got mine set to 7, so it's set to 7. I run standard, not linear or dynamic, so I leave it on standard. Dead zone, mine's 0.07, so I run 7. These are the mods I was talking about. I run number 5, HTTM, which is hair triggers and turbo melee. I play on Xbox controller, so shake reload doesn't work for me. That's only PS4 controllers. Slide cancel, I personally don't like. You can't run regular. This does not work on PC for whatever reason in like the Zen or in the Eliminator. Aim assist. I have it set to 17. You can kind of play with it, move it around. I wouldn't go higher than 20 or lower than 10, but it really kind of depends on how much shake you get on your controller when you're using it. Aim assist correction strength. I've tried this multiple ways. It doesn't seem to make much of a difference, but the correction degree definitely does. When you start messing with this, your gun will sway a lot. Like you will aim down sight, and no matter what, like unless you're mounted or something stupid, you'll aim down sight, and whether it's a FFAR, MP5, don't matter. Your gun will just kind of do like this drift thing. You know what I'm saying? You can try putting the intensity up and then correcting the drift down, but as soon as you get too high with the intensity, it becomes like shaky. So you kind of can't. You just gotta find like a good value for aim assist intensity that's not too high, and then work your way down until it's like not shaky. Weapon swap, that's when you have your primary and your secondary. Do you want to switch that with a different button, or do you want to just switch it every time you hit, Y or triangle to switch your weapon? If you wanted just the one button, you'd put it on weapon swap. If you want to do it 2 buttons, it's a pain in the ass, but you'd have to hit like something else, like left on the D. You'd have to like hold left on the D-pad and then hit Y, and it would switch profiles. That one's kind of silly, but I guess if you wanted to set up a profile with regular fire and a profile with rapid fire, you could just keep the regular fire until you needed the rapid fire, in which case, you had like dropped into gulag and you had a handgun or something like that, then you could quickly switch it to like full auto. Fast reload disable. I hate that. You have to hold the button to reload instead of tapping it. It works in some situations because when people try to run up on you and creep up on you, and you're going for that reload, if you're holding X, your person will start to reload. As soon as you release it, if they haven't finished the reload, he'll automatically let go of it, which works out if you have a few rounds left to fight that person. But if you're in a quick situation or you just happen to change it, you kind of forget, and you don't hold X all the way, he won't reload. So it kind of sucks. Auto hold breath, that's more for snipers. Every time you aim down the scope, it'll automatically hold breath. Primary fire, if you want to add rapid fire, you can. Or if you have one weapon you personally love using and you don't use anything else and all you do is play multiplayer and you use that one gun, just go ahead, select it right in here. Simple as that. And then you could play with the values up or down with whatever attachments you put on it until you get the recoil amount that you need, the anti-recoil amount that you need to actually stop the gun from moving. Aim assist, do not run plus, it doesn't work. Fire mod, you could do, drop shot, rapid fire on crouch. You could strafe left and right. You can actually set the speed to strafe left and right, and you could set it to strafe just left, just right, or both left and right. Ping on fire, so when you actually see an enemy, you can aim down sight and look at them, and as soon as you go to fire, it will automatically ping that person. Which is pretty cool. I don't use it, but it's a cool feature. Once again, you can adjust the anti-recoil strength for your secondary. I don't suggest that. Just leave it default 100. Leave that default 100 unless you personally have those two guns and you play multiplayer all the time. Aim assist, regular. Do not do plus. Another fire mod for your secondary if you wanted to put one on. Like ping on fire or drop shot, you could set that. If you're running like a modded controller or anything like that, or like an elite controller, you could set the paddles to do special things like drop shot. You could set aim assist on a paddle. You could set a turbo paddle to where if you're in a gunfight and you're fighting with a handgun, I could go and set a back paddle like this. I could be firing, tow. I could set a back paddle to do a turbo to where now I could hold this paddle and then just hold this and my gun will fire as fast as possible. It's kind of like rapid fire, but rapid fire held by a button. Once again, I don't use those. Block in game rumble, I always suggest that because that is the best way for you to get controller vibrations from the mod pack or from the Cronus, so that way you could actually figure out more stuff without having to look at the screen. Alright, custom loadouts. Everybody wants to know about those. Custom loadouts, you can only create 1 through 5. People cry about it. It's like, no, just put on 1 through 5 on one Warzone pack. This one's number 8. If I wanted to do 1 through 10, I would do 2 Warzone packs. Like, number 8 would be one, and number 7 would be one. On number 7, all my classes, like 1 through 5 on my primaries, would be my classes for Warzone 1 through 5. Number 8 would be, the next mod over. I would do all the same things, all the same in-game settings, but when I get to the classes, I would make the same classes as like 6 through 10. So then say I went to my loadout and I wanted, my class with my AMAX and my MP5. And I know I have the correct values for anti-recoil with no grip on it, so I could just use extra attachments. I can go and set it, say it's, let's say it's class number 2. I would select number 7 for my mod pack, on the Cronus itself. I would select number 7, and then all I would do is click, what is it? It's hold select and left trigger. Controller will vibrate, and you'll see it on the mod pack class 1 through 5. I know I want number 2, so I would just click number 2. It all depends on where your cursor is when you're hitting select and left trigger, because it will show you what mods, what classes you have on the Cronus screen. It will show 1 through 5. So if I want number 7, I would select Warzone pack number 8, and then I would pick class number 2, because that would be 7. You know what I'm saying? So I got those set up. Pretty much custom values. If certain guns, if you're running extended mags, make sure you select the one with extended mags. So like personally, this one, this is an AMAX I have, extended mags, and I know that without a grip on it, like if I take the grip off and I run a second attachment for like speed, I should run it at like 110, because then I don't need the grip, but the gun will stay perfectly steady. And you could see every time I change it, it says saved, it's saving. Don't take that as it's completely saved. We'll get into that right now. I'll go through, check, like my Mac 10, I leave that at 105. Car 98, don't matter. Kilo, don't really matter. I mean, you could bump it up like a number, but you don't really need to. AMAX, if you're taking the grip off it, yeah, you're gonna have to move it up a little bit from the default. But if you're running like a commando grip or something, that's fine. Just, you know, leave it at the default. If you take the grip off, then you're gonna have to bump up the anti-recoil strength. So like this AS Val, I don't run the 10 round mags, I run the 30 round mags. I selected extended mags. And then Car 98, Mac 10. Oh, see, we got a Mac 10 right here as the secondary. But I'm going to leave this as default because I know my Car 98 for my class 5 is my ghost class. So my Car 98 is my primary. My secondary is going to be either whatever gun I had when I went to the loadout to pick it up, or it's going to be, you know, a different gun that I pick up off the ground. It might not necessarily be a Mac 10. So I could just go ahead and leave it as regular fire and then leave the anti-recoil strength as a default 100. So that way whatever gun I pretty much pick up at the time, it will cover a wide variety of weapons, giving me that smooth, steady fire without the recoil, without having to add, you know, a grip or so, depending on what it is, you know. But anyway, let's close that down. So that now those are all the changes I just made into this pack. I want to go over here and I want to click program device, and I want to see saving to device. That's the only way it's going to save. That's the only way the pack save. I see people put those on there and then they'll unplug it and then like wonder like why it's not working, and it's like you have no packs loaded on it. In one sec, we are going to get into the compiler and the good stuff, the scripts, all those dark packs that you see over there. Once it finishes saving to device, let's go ahead and run a quick check. I just want to see what exactly we're looking at. Alright, looks good. Looks like we're looking at what we're supposed to. Alright, so that's finished saving. Now, as you can see, new, and I can't change anything about these. I could click them, but they don't do anything. With these, I can click more info. I can click the game pack manual, which this will physically show you like well, it's broken right now, so it's not going to show you anything. But usually, there we go. Alright, so this will show you exactly how to set up everything in this. The buttons that work for what controller, how to open the menu, set rapid fire, anti-recoil, default values, default stick sensitivity, match your in-game layout, obviously, standard. Um, so I never actually read any of this paddle mods. I guess sometimes things just don't work out the way, you know, they say. But mine work out perfectly fine, so you can go based off my advice or you can go based off what you're seeing right here with me. Um and then there's like quick controls. Um so like say you run a really high aim assist sensitivity. As I said, the screen will kind of shake, it will kind of move a little bit. Say it's like really, really high, but you don't care because it's just working great, but it shakes a lot. Well, what do you think's gonna happen every time you hold the left trigger? Like if you're in a vehicle and you go to back up, the whole screen is gonna shake. So there's certain ways you can go about like turning the pack, well, certain features about the pack on and off real quick like this. So basically like you can hold select and then hit A real quick and it will turn off like certain features or suspend them real quick. Anyway, let's get into the good stuff. So, obviously I said a lot of people don't mess with this too much. They come straight to the Zen folder. That's what you should do. That's where you should start. You know, start with your Warzone, you know, your Far Cry, your Fortnite, your Hype Escape, all that stuff. There's one that's mods for beginners. Try that one out. Now, when you really want to get into it and really want to push it, what you can do is you can come over to the library, which this is where it opens up every time you open the Zen and plug it in. Now, this is the script library. As you can see, I got Warzone typed in down here. You could type in anything you want, and anything that's related to that will come up. So if I want to type in aimbot, anything that is set like an aimbot will come up. So as you can see, PS4, you can kind of go to, like me, if I want to look at just Cronus Zen products, and then there's another way you could set it to. Oh yeah, you can set it by the platform. So if I want to use like just Xbox One, you know, mods, it can work like that. But a lot of them, like a lot of the good ones anyway, can actually be set to different ways. They work either PlayStation or Xbox, and I've also noticed that some of them only work one way or another unless you go and change them. So we're gonna open all in all. We got aimbot, and like we have some like I haven't tried a lot of these because I don't know like these authors and stuff like that. If it's on here, it's gotta be somewhat good. It's, you know, like trustable, I guess I would say. But yeah, I haven't really tried out too many of these. So let me go ahead, let me show you the ones that I have personally looked at. Right now. Notorious Laser Z Edition. This is actually a video on YouTube. This guy goes on to talk about like people selling scripts, and what they'll do is they'll just copy these scripts and then they'll be like, oh, my aim's on point. They'll run aimbot for like a day or two just to make part of a video, and they'll say, oh yeah, these are what my scripts can give you. You'll get this with my script because my aim assist is on point. I set it up on fire, you know what I'm saying? Buy my script. And they're selling you scripts that people have out there for free. They're hustling you. So this guy does a lot of work to push and like show that, you know, don't get hustled by it. Like a lot of this is free. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna download one just so that way I can kind of show you guys like how you can work into it. Um, so what do we got? We got the Perfect Aim Edition for Cold War Black Ops. Best script, hands down. Lobbies, Cold War, Cold War. Alright, so a lot of these are kind of based just on Cold War. Um, besides the Notorious, that's why I like that one. Um, let me think. Besides for the aimbot, because when you do type that in, there are quite a few that come up. There are some for Fortnite, Fortnite aimbot, Modern Warfare multiplayer. Okay. Sweet Evil 5.3 and 7.0 works well with Polar. Okay. The Spy Tail Adrift. Let's go ahead and so we'll look up just tail adrifts. So this one right here. This one is a pretty good one. I would recommend trying this one out. So now what you could do is you can go and watch go and join the Discord. This works for Modern Warfare or Cold War. You could join the Discord to get help if you want help. I've downloaded both of these. I've tried both of them out. They're generally the same because as you could see version 4.6, 4.7, then really not that different. So as you'll see, I have nothing in my compiler. What happens is when I click download, it will bring me to the compiler. It has now taken that file and opened it all up in here. You can see it right down here. This last piece. Okay, new programming. Blah 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 blah. New script closed, new script loaded. Excuse me. So now, as you go through, these are instructions, credits, things by the author and the creators made for you to read. You know what I'm saying? So these are like, you know, thank yous to like part of his team and stuff like that that like help put this whole mod together. You know what I'm saying? Like it really it comes down to them. Thank them. Then you have the instructions, obviously. Please read. Controller inputs. What happens when you press the right buttons? To open the menu, it is L2 or left trigger on Xbox, and then options or what is it? Start on Xbox. So on and so forth. You know, you have all the instructions on how to open the menu, how to change the mods, how to go through them. A lot of these values do not change. You can change a lot of them, but a lot of them do not need changing. Now, you get down to this section, okay? There's two ways you could do this. This compiler, a lot of people don't know, this is actually made to actually fix and change scripts. That's why it's in here. It's the compiler. It's for this. So as you can see, PS4 L2, PS4 R2, PS4 L1. A lot of these inputs are made for PlayStation. So in the mod pack, it's going to read PlayStation inputs. That's a problem because I'm playing on an Xbox controller. So you want to know how to change that? Well, this goes back to that menu we were at just like a couple minutes ago when it showed the guide for the controller. So it doesn't matter. I've already done mine, so I'm just going to show you what you can do. Try it out like this. Now that you have this in the compiler, you can go to the programmer. When you're in the programmer, obviously you have all the mod packs from the Zen studio, you know what I'm saying, that the creators make. But if you go down to this right here, this is the GPC scripts. This is from the compiler that you're working on right now. This new is this. So what I could do is I can go in here and essentially I'll download it first, brings it into the compiler, you go to the programmer, take it, drag it, boop, add it there. If you go and load into the game and you find that it's not working, it could be because it's reading incorrect inputs. It's not reading the inputs for your game. So go back to that same exact pack that you were at. This one right here. Download it. Boop. Brings you to the compiler. Go down till you start seeing button commands. Like this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is why it sucks. It's the tedious thing about it, but the fact that you can go in and change it is really, really great. All this stuff is made to be changed. I don't recommend changing anything in red. I wouldn't even touch anything in red. Pretty much the stuff that people make, eligible for you to change will be in this bluish greenish color right here. So right here, PS4 L2. Well, there's no L2 on an Xbox controller, but L2 correlates with L1, which on an Xbox controller, you have the left bumper, which is the top, and then the left trigger, which is the bottom. If you match that up with the PlayStation controller, that'd be L1 and L2. So L2 would actually be LT for left trigger, but now you see how the panel is white, it's not green like the rest. That means it doesn't register properly. There's no PS4 LT. No, there's an Xbox LT. So here's what you do. You take out PS4, you put an XB in capitals, 1. Make sure that underscore is there as well. You need that underscore. Otherwise it won't work. So now the shitty part comes, and you got to go through all these and change all of them. You know what I'm saying? To get them all to where I just screwed all those up anyway, because it did like some move here crap like that. So I just messed all that up anyway. But like, you see PS4 triangle, you need to take that out. Triangle would be Y on an Xbox controller. And once again, we're not playing PS4, we are playing XB1. And see, now it turns green, it registers. As soon as you finish all of this, and you just go back to the programmer, that's it. It's already changed the script. So that's why I'm saying when you download it the first time, take the original, put it here, number 1. Boop, done. Go back to your compiler, get rid of it, delete it. Go back to library, download a brand new one. It will bring you back to the compiler, change what you need to change, PS4 to Xbox, and then you'll only have the one script there, because as soon as you download more than one, they'll all show up as tabs in the compiler. You'll have a bunch of tabs, and then when you come to the program, it'll say no, 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 no. You don't really want that, because then you get confused. Just try to keep it clean, one in there at a time. So as soon as you finish adjusting all this, it will be in your programmer. You'll take that new file and you'll drag it to box number 2. Save. That's it. These, when you can't change them here, it's because they need to be changed on the Zen themselves. So, as late as it is, I'm going to go ahead and kill the rest of my night. Alright, so as you can see, 1 through 8 I have set up. 8 is the Warzone pack. I'm just going to hit program device. Essentially right here, it's the save button that makes sure it saves all your work to the Zen. You can see right now on screen the Zen is doing a little screen animation glitchy thing. And should be finished in just a second. And done. Successful. Alright. Now that that's all set, you can go ahead and unplug your right USB cable. It will unregister the device saying you are no longer plugged in. And we will get rid of that. Alrighty. Where to now? Alright. Hope you're still with me here. This has turned into a complete rehaul of a night. Now, I just want to reiterate on something I just read real quick, and I kind of just been thinking about it, about the whole remapping thing. So, I don't have an Elite controller. I have a Fusion. Excuse me. I have a Fusion controller, which is essentially the same thing. 4 paddles on the back. I can program to X, Y, A, and B. It's not mods. It's not rapid fire, a drop shot, quick shot, nothing like that. Just button remapping. I played Zombies the other night. 2-hour match, and this controller like disconnected a couple times when I was actually testing out the Zen in Zombies. That's a good indication that, like, you know, that could be why. I haven't had that happen with this yet, though, with the Eliminator mod pack on it, as well as I haven't tried running the Eliminator mod pack on with the mods, like with the aim assist and the anti-recoil sensitivity and everything on here at the same time as running it through the Zen, which the Zen you can go ahead, you can actually plug any controller into. So right now I have the Power A cable plugged in. I'm gonna unplug that one, and we're going to run the Xbox controller. Okay. And as well as the fact we can run the good mic now. Give me 1 second, please. Alright, I feel much better with that microphone now. Nice and clean. Alright, so we can now see the screen. I do not have the right cable plugged in. A lot of people think you need the right cable plugged into the side of the USB to run it through PC. No, that's just the programming. You can plug in just the back cable here to run it through PC. And as of right now, I am running my Xbox 360 controller to it, and I'm also running the mod pack on the back of the controller just for button mapping, and it does work just fine. Like, this is well, that way you guys could see. My my hand is over here near the analog sticks, and I will press the back. We got A, X, B, and Y. So now we will get a quick game going. Jump into a little plunder. Little plunder. Feel the thunder. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep it quiet, but I want you guys to be able to hear it as well. I'm going to keep the Zen menu open. We're gonna shrink it down a little bit, though. I want it enough that way you guys can still see it, though. Mainly the title screen and the eyes, essentially.
It's gone, and then he purposefully slowed down.
Alright, so we now have properly set this up. We have game running, capture, a lot of stuff running. Okay, what can we close down? That can close, that can close. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start testing out with my AMAX first. I'm gonna head over this way as I select my first mod pack. Alright, so the first one is by that Pro Z aim laser. Now, I did most of the aiming there, but the fact is, I haven't changed much in it yet, so we could still adjust a lot of the settings to see, you know, where our golden spot is.
Playtime's over, mate. You're
So let's see. Recoil actually looks pretty straight. See how it registers secondary? It actually has a little, like, quick little display screen that kind of goes on like screensaver. You could turn that on and off. The eyes are purple right now. The eyes are primarily set to primary and secondary colors.
secure cash by completing contracts, looting, or eliminating targets.
I don't care where we drop, so they could pick it.
Mark a drop point for your team. Anyone need it? I say we drop there. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Alright, so now, right now, it's registered as my primary weapon. Where? He went up and over.
Move to the target area. You don't have long. Moving.
Alright, so now the eyes are... they might look purple, but they're actually a blue color right now. It's indicating my primary weapon is out. Most of the time when they switch... Okay, see now it says secondary. And now back to primary.
An enemy team is hunting.
Okay, so... No turbo melee set up on this. This is just me. Let's check recoil. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, if I recall, one of these mod packs is to turn on... Okay, is to turn on by pressing... Okay, so we turn the kill switch on, kill switch off. Okay, now, here we go. Hold left trigger and then select is the mod menu. And now we have anti-recoil on, as well as progressive AR is on. Fire shot mods, none. Tailor assist on. Sticky bats is on. Dog's polar is on. Dog's assist is off.
Allied cluster strike inbound.
And dog's progression, we're going to turn sticky off. And we're just going to go with Tailor and polar dogs.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Warzone mods. Enemy plates, enemy fire on ping, jump mods, settings, profile buttons. That's where I set where I would like it to block rumble on, and we can actually go ahead and set guns right in here.
Allied cluster strike inbound.
C-Max. Okay, now we have a primary saved as our AMAX.
Anyone need it?
Wonder if anti-recoil will be any better.
Cancel my love.
Not bad. Not horrible.
Be advised, enemy attack chopper incoming. Take it down and secure the cash.
Okay, so now we have our primary set to the AMAX, and we have our secondary set to ground loot. We can actually go ahead and set that one up, I believe. Aim assist dogs was on settings. Screensaver off. Secondary ground loot, melee, sniper, DMR, Uzi, MP7, striker, MP5, and saved.
Friendly UAV overhead. Kilo is in position for your deposit. Flag set. Locate and secure cash.
Alright, so it's kind of difficult to actually test out the aim assist settings that I have on without having anybody to aim at, so let me try to go find somebody real quick. Now, if my weapons, let's just say I try to do a quick switch and trick it out, so it doesn't know which gun it's. Wow, it's really good.
Cargo secure. Bird is exiting the AO.
Wow, I won't lie, it's pretty nasty with how on point it is about which gun I'm holding, but there are ways you can actually mess it up or trick it out, and the way to fix that would be, well, I'd have to mess it up first, so I guess I'll just mess it up. Okay, see? Now I have my secondary, and it's reading as my MP5, but I'm holding my AMAX. The way to change that is you have to get it to read on screen, and you have to hold left trigger and then hit triangle at the same time. What the hell is my squad? I gotta kill somebody, bro. I just need somebody to shoot at. Yeah. I got excited for a second. Thought that was somebody over there. Alright, see there's a little bit of jitter, and my crosshairs move just a little bit. Not too bad, but they do move. It's not perfect. At this point, probably should have just went and played multiplayer, huh? Probably could have figured this out a little bit faster. This game's over soon, right?
Be advised. Friendly precision airstrike inbound.
Alright, so right now it's reading primary is my AMAX. Okay, so like I said, all you gotta do is hold the left trigger and then hold triangle, and it will basically like switch the guns with the places that they're in. So now it's automatically set secondary, primary. Secondary, primary.
Be advised. Friendly precision airstrike inbound.
Grid is marked. Go for fire.
This is Striker 3-1. Good copy. Strike inbound.
Let's see.
Shot missed.
Yay. Alright. So primary is blue, purple is secondary, as red on the screen. I need somebody to shoot at, man. Oh, 35 meters. Yeah, let's hop out. Let's kill somebody. Isn't there a zip line? I didn't even get to shoot anybody. Okay, we're going to play multiplayer real quick. Oh, people get so mad. Oh my god. So reckless. Alright. Let's push over to multiplayer. That way we can just kind of get this going a little bit quicker. Really kind of want to, you know, get this going a little bit quicker, you know. Alright, so now back in the mods, we're going to change our primaries and our secondaries back to just regular ground loot. And we're gonna go back to come on now. Alright, let's, I don't know. Let's try this out. Okay. So now you guys should be able to see my... I kind of let him run so I could see. Now if I was running a Mach 10, things would be a lot faster. Ooh. Let me see this. Let me see this. Okay, okay. Okay. Whew. Alrighty, alrighty. Alright, so let's see. We're not actually getting colors registering anymore. Huh. I don't know why I can't access... It really won't switch to primary. Alright, well we got this one now. Alright, so let's see. Secondary.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Wow, they're camping that out pretty good. So let's see. Why does it keep going into idle? Alright. We're gonna try out new, which, to tell you the truth, I don't really know. I think it's like slot number 3 it must be. I just turned around to get shot in the back. Oh, you gotta be some type of special campers, bro. Like, look at that horse shit right there. Look at that. These dudes are fucking going off like this is the World Cup, bro. I'm over here just pushing some tests, dude. I'm running into fucking mines everywhere and shit. People camping in every fucking corner. Had to put a stop to it real quick. Alright, let's see. So this mod pack opens. Alright, so I'm gonna camp. I just want some people to run by. What a waste of time. What do we got? Notorious, another Cold War, whatever that one is. Pro aim and regular war zone. So why is this is the one set primary anti-recoil settings. Yeah, no, we want AMAX as just regular. Just hook it up, ground loop. Settings saved. Alright, now let's go and select another one. Ground loop primary. Okay, now I believe all of these are all different mods. Tailor's on. Everything else is off. So let's turn assist, progression, and sticky on. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Notorious. I've found this one's left trigger and start. Start and left trigger? Start and left trigger. Okay, so we got... Oh, my phone died. That's what's up, that's what's up.
Free for all. Make every shot count.
Wow, already camping, bro. Like, hardcore. Damn, bro. Fucking pussies camping already? Some pussy ass shit. What up, bitch? fucking pussy with that shotgun, bro. About to get capped in the face. About to go ham, bro. Turn the mods on. Turn the mods on, bro. Oh. Yeah, he thinks he's good, bro. Thinks he's good. Let me set up a shotgun like a faggot. Just like you, you little bitch. Show you how it's done.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, pussy. I'll be back for you, faggot ass. Oh my god. Camping like some bitches, bro. What the fuck? This fucking faggot. Psst. Okay, okay. You know, I was doing something real quick, but now I'm about to fucking really fuck somebody's day up. Was it worth it, bitch? What a puss. Oh, this that faggot that was fucking camping, bro.
We're down but not out. Let's go.
I like the shotgun. Justin.
What a puss.
How did that shot not land? Jesus.
Enemy chopper gunner on approach.
Let me see this faggot ass shit, bro. Yeah, okay, you can't even fucking see me, bitch. Bro, I'm gonna report the fuck out of this faggot. I'll find out he's running some fucking hacks, bro.
Catch me.
Soccer meeting today. Not gonna take it lying down.
Hmm?
Yeah, bro. You that pussy sitting with the shotgun in that fucking building. What a faggot. Alright. Back to what we were doing now. What time? Oh my god. That's what's up. Ooh. Yeah. Get up on that real quick, you know what I'm saying? A little offensive. Probably cheating too. Yeah. And we'll block him. What up, bitch? What up, bitch? Alright, so back to it. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'll run one more. And we're gonna test out. Because I don't understand why. Alright, so that's the kill switch. So to access the menu, it's. So they're all different. This one's left trigger and start. Anti-recoil doesn't seem to really work. Aim assist, we have Taylor on, bats off, which I can see the adjustments, but I can't make adjustments. Like it stays at what it's at. And then for dogs, we have polar, assist, and progression. So in this one, we just have Taylor on. This next one. I'm gonna have to open this back up.
Warm-up's done. Time to kick this off.
Alright, there we go.
Plunder. Secure cash by completing contracts, looting, or eliminating targets.
Does anyone need this? Anyone need this? Does anyone need this?
What the hell happened? That's just awkward. What the hell? Alright, that's a little bit better. Not really, but why is it still flipped? That's so stupid. Okay, so the camera's been set up perfectly fine that whole time. And now all of a sudden it's gonna flip itself around and Sounds like a bad porno out here. Just die already, bro. Alright. So, what did I say to open that menu? Going to start and select? No. Oh, there's an issue registering with that one. Let's try going back to it. Are you fucking kidding me? Broke my fucking legs again. Controller. Flipped, hair trigger, rumble. Rumble disabled. Hair trigger enabled. Controller flipped. Trigger disabled. Controller inverted.
Fight. Fight. Airstrike target designated.
Friendly precision airstrike inbound.
No! You gotta be fucking kidding me. What a joke, bro. I can't even get this fucking thing to set itself.
To eliminate the bounty target. Enemy UAV overhead.
Not yet. Fight.
How do I close it? How do I close the fucking menu? That's so stupid. Okay, so I can't close the menu. Oh, look, the menu closed. What a fucking joke. Pretty sure it just stopped working. Okay, apparently it's working now. For now.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Back here. Deposit what you have.
Not bad for recoil. Take a look. Controller, anti-recoil, type, strength. Let's go 35.
Allied cluster strike inbound. Moving.
Let's go 45.
We're out of time. Scrub the contract.
It's a little bit better. Let's go a little bit higher.
Moving.
Now we're trying out dynamic AR as well.
Enemies in the area. Regard left.
Allied cluster strike inbound.
Still quite a bit of bounce to it. Can we tighten that up a little bit more? Let's see. Open that menu, recoil. We'll go disable for the type, and the strength we'll bump it up to, I don't know, 70. And save. Save. Okay. Now let's see. Still going up.
Enemies in the area.
Secure all cash you find.
See, recoil doesn't seem to work that great.
Enemy soldier incoming. Moving.
Ready for flyover. Send recon. UAV entering the area.
Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta see this bitch. Yo, can I see that replay? Is that a fucking joke? I can't even see the replay. Suck a dick, bro. Like I turn a corner to get fucking shot. Alright. Well, that's pretty much set up. Let's try the next one. I need somebody to aim at, so...
Moving. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTV for resupply.
Someone grab that. Hey, anyone need this? left.
Alright, so turbo melee does work on this one.
Ready for flyover. Send recon.
UAV entering the AO. Be advised, friendly precision airstrike inbound. Bounty target has been marked. Kill him.
Okay. There's definitely some type of quick scope was on. I kind of think this is the one. I kind of think this is the one to use. The tail adrift, the second to last one. But I can't remember trying out Notorious. Oh. I'll be back in 2 minutes. At this moment, if you can get one, Amazon. Alright. I kind of think I'm gonna head out for the night. Only because it's getting super late. Can we turn it back on? There we go. Okay, Notorious. Okay, how do we turn this one on? Alright. So that one is left trigger and start. Recoil, anti-recoil, sticky aim, aimbot, polar assist, and sticky aim. So we have 2 sticky aims. One that's like a profile in itself with polar aim, something else, and progression. And then we have aimbot, polar aim, and sticky aim. As well as a couple other things. One's anti-recoil, rapid fire, sticky aim, as I said, aimbot, polar aim, sticky aim, enemy ping, quick scope, hold breath, easy plates, cancel slide, prone shot, drop shot, bunny hop, auto run, switch triggers, switch bumpers, inverted Y. So that's Notorious. This is the Cold War one, which this one's like pretty much a regular Taylor assist one. I actually do like this one. I usually leave just Taylor assist on. Triangle Y. Select quick toggle, snack sense, default, block rumble on, ground loop, primary, inverted, screensaver off. Kind of like the screensaver on this one, but it don't matter. This one's nice because once you hit B, it automatically saves. Left trigger and start to get into this one. Anti-recoil, cyber polar type angle. So we can go for a wider angle. DNC wave, DNC scan, border diagonal mix. I haven't messed with a lot of these. I haven't messed with this pack that much. This alpha one. Then we have Modern Warfare primary aim, and then this one. That one works pretty good too. I gotta see if I could get into the menu in the new one. No menu. Start and select. Left trigger and start. Start and left trigger. Left trigger and select. Select left trigger. Sometimes it's select and start. New does not seem to be opening. I think I'm gonna get rid of new, which it's 1, 2, slot number 3. I'm gonna put an evil pack on there tomorrow. Yeah, join me on live stream if you guys want to do that. I'm gonna check that one out. Plus, I'm gonna do some more testing as for the aimbot that runs off the packs. Yeah, if you guys did enjoy the content, find anything helpful, useful, entertaining, informational, anything like that, don't forget to drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're watching on. I'm going to keep testing this thing out. I kind of want to see, because it does seem to do something. It does seem to work a little bit. Does it work as much as the in-game aim assist? Yes, and better. I don't know. But either way, thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys did find it somewhat entertaining. I'm going to be out. I didn't really get to play tonight because I just kind of dedicated all my time to this, so I hope you guys appreciated it. And I hope you guys stop by the next live stream. I'll be doing more testing, more playing. See if we can put in some work.